All right, welcome back, and we start off with breaking the code. Did he or didn't he? We're talking about Brandon Prost, of course. Montreal Canadiens game 2 was getting into it a little bit. Got into it with the referee, Brad Watson. Things got a little bit heated. Prost went publicly and said, you know what, this is what he told me. Guy doesn't like me. Guy wants to play God. That's the type of mentality this referee has. Day after, apologizes. But you got to look at it. Is Brandon Prost right to kind of say what he did? I don't know, maybe to the media, but we'll start off with you. What do you agree with?
No, not at all. I mean, you're down 2-0. Maybe he's trying to draw attention away from his team's terrible play and toward himself, which he also did on the ice by throwing his elbow pad onto the Tampa Bay bench. But that's something you probably just kind of keep in house and maybe talk to the league about. There's no reason to make it a bigger issue than it should have been.
To remember in the Mighty Ducks franchise, going back in the movies, when you chirp the ref, you get told stop. No, pick another target, and that's exactly what you pick. A different target. You don't chirp the ref.
Fulton Reed never would have done that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, outside of that, how about this? Did Prost's actions hurt his team's chances of coming back in the series against Tampa?
I don't think his actions really had much of a say in what's going to happen in the remainder of the series, but that's a hurt team there in Montreal, and they're not. I mean, when Carey Price isn't on, as he has been all season, they don't have much of a chance, and unless he steals a couple games here, I think they're done.
And you don't want the refs becoming more involved in a playoff game. So if the other referees say take offense to what Prost said, now you have to worry about that aspect of you, and now you have two opponents against you rather than just having to beat Tampa Bay. So I don't know how much it will affect Montreal. It's like it's another distraction, which again, you're already down 2-0. You don't need more distraction than what you have. So.
And it looked like his apology yesterday was it was awkward. It was hard for him to do. I mean, because he's a guy that needs kind of that leeway from the referees. He plays on the edge.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in Game 3 tonight. How about one Game 3 that had a thrilling finish and maybe justice was served? Calgary Flames and Anaheim Ducks. You knew this was going to be physical, and it looked like things were going to go the way of Anaheim. Great breaks, of course, with the Bull League goal to kind of start things off for the Flames. I know it was back and forth. Had great action. And then we get to that goal that was a non-goal. It seems like Calgary gets kind of screwed in this situation when it comes to it. But nevertheless, they came back. And I guess, Chris, we'll start off with you. Are you impressed with the way they fought back from that with less than 6 to go after that call was disallowed or that goal was disallowed, and to seem to build up the courage with the young guys that they have on that team?
Oh, of course. I was actually going to start writing some election stuff last night when I got home. And just after that goal happened, or the non-goal, I guess, I figured, no, they're done now. I might as well get started. But, the passion and energy in that stadium and on that team was pretty remarkable. And then for Gaudreau to come down with 15 seconds left and just look, top corner and just snipe it. I mean, he showed all the confidence in the world, and that was incredible to watch.
How can you not love a team who's winning in third periods like this? And I never would have picked Calgary. I never did pick them. I picked them to lose against Vancouver. Now you have a team that, you get in the third period and they're 1 goal down or tied. They're the team you pick, and that's big to say against a team like the Ducks and going on forward. So
you expect them to run out of gas soon, but I mean that's what you've expected the whole season.
They seem to find ways to come back in. How about this certain player is trying to find his way back into the majors? Josh Hamilton traded back to the Texas Rangers. Just recently, the other day, went to their AAA affiliate, went 0 for 4, a couple grounders, but looks like his shoulder is healthy, and he's starting his road to recovery when it comes to substance abuse. Guys, do you think he still has a chance to salvage something of his baseball career?
I don't know about that. I mean, he didn't have the best season last year to begin with. I think a lot more has been made about his substance abuse problems than maybe it should have. I mean, obviously I don't want to make light of the situation or anything like that, but I mean, you look at some guys around the league, and I mean, he did a bit of drugs, yeah, and he had his problems, but I mean, I think it's something he's trying to overcome, and as long as he can stay healthy and stay on the field, maybe he can contribute to Texas. Not that they're going to be a powerhouse anyway this season without Yu Darvish.
I guess you just hope his personal life is what is the most important, I think, of all this. And 0 for 4 on the field doesn't matter. 4 for 4 doesn't matter. As long as he does well in his life, because he's had so many problems that you hope he finally can get that under control. And if he loves playing baseball still and can still contribute in any kind of way to a team, then more power to him. But get the personal life. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The NFL draft has come and gone, 3 days of quite a few selections. Is there a team that came out on top, a team that ended up being on the bottom? What do you guys say? If there's a pick that was good or bad?
If you look at on top, I mean, obviously you got to go with Tampa Bay and Tennessee. I mean, they drafted 2 potential franchise quarterbacks at 1 and 2, and I know Tennessee was looking to maybe see what they can get for that pick. They couldn't get the RG3 package maybe, so they decided to hold on, and I guess Marcus Mariota is going to be their quarterback of the future. I'm a Rams fan, so I gotta go with Todd Gurley at 10. I mean, that was probably one of the more shocking picks of the draft. Maybe the one of the most talked about picks. I mean, what was it, 2 years a running back hadn't gone in the first round, and then you take a guy who's had ACL issues at the 10th overall pick. That's a bit of a gamble.
Just think of what's going on with the NFL right now and all the problems with domestic issues, and we just drafted a guy first overall who has so many issues. That's, to me, that I can't wrap my head around. Like, you're trying to get that out of your image and out of your league, and then we just put it right back in the spotlight. And he's going to be under so much scrutiny, Jameis Winston, if something slips up. You've kind of just set a precedent that you're okay with it. You can be a first-round pick, first overall, and what you did in college doesn't matter. So
at least he wasn't there hugging Roger Goodell and things like that. I mean, he
It could have
enjoyed
been
his
a lot
crab
worse.
legs.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoyed his crab legs that I'm sure were paid for this time around.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we're going to take a commercial break and be back with Over Under.